got here to Morocco, Marrakesh. We had to take 3 flights, one to New York, another one to Real Madrid in Spain, and now we got here. We had to take a Uber taxi, I guess, and he dropped us off, and we walked with a little tour guide all the way to here. But our room wasn't ready yet, so first he showed us the map and gave us some tea, mint tea. We're gonna have a lot in this trip. And then we went up to the terrace and we took a nap and just rested for a few hours, I guess. And then we came in here and this is our room. I'll show you Abba's and Mom's. Over here is the master bedroom. We have our suitcases. And then if we come over here, here's the master bathroom.
Okay, so we're in Marrakesh and I'm gonna try our first pastry. Or well, not our first, but I'm gonna try it. Oh, good.
The greatest barber in Marrakesh was around the corner from the Riyadh, and I was due for a shave. So
We got fruits, we got cherries, what are these? Mish.
after walking and shopping in the Medina of Marrakesh, we wound down at our hotel restaurant with what would be our first of many tagines in Morocco.
Woo! It is a new day. We had an interesting sleep last night. It was a bit of waking up and going back to bed, but overall it was okay, I'd say. We had breakfast and now we're gonna take a tuk-tuk to the YSL Museum. Saint Laurent, the famous fashion designer, had a home in Morocco. The country was an endless source of inspiration for his amazing work.
The nuts you find the seed like almond. And the seed we put it here, then the lady we ground it, and then we find this pot, we put it in piece of cloth, then we filter it, we find pure argan oil. But how do we know argan is pure? Give me an idea. If you put it in your
God.
The Bahia Palace started being built in mid-19th century. It's a great display of Moroccan architecture, arts, gardens, and baths. Got the fried sardine, so I'm taking it out of the fryer and then I'll try it. Hey, we had a nice lunch over on the terrace, and now we're being treated to some mint tea. We're gonna spoil ourselves after walking to Hama for some treatments.
at the spa here at Isis. First we went into this sort of steam room to get cleaned off. And then me and Abba and my mom and Maya got split off. Me and Abba went into a massage room where they massaged us, put oil, and made us really soft. And me and my mom went just to relax in the room.
Walking through Gemma El Fana was a trip. It's the main square and marketplace of the old city and a UN World Heritage Site. We followed it up with dinner around the corner at Le Bisto Arabe.
Why on camera?
We had options for today. We could have done kind of a green belty type hike outside of Marrakesh in Orica, but we just chose a resort style pool. There were tons of places that we could go, and our hotel recommended this place. It's called La Manzil La Tortuga. I think it's House of the Turtle. And so we're at this beautiful pool, and we just had lunch. And we're just spending the day here playing cards and hopefully getting in the pool for a little bit. It's pretty chilly, but it's
What do we got coming?
yes, and wine. Thank you.
Oh boy, we're about to embark on over 900 miles of driving in our Dacia Duster, crossing the Atlas Mountains and into the Sahara Dunes, then back again through the high and middle Atlas mountain range, and end our road trip at the northernmost point of Tangier, where we'll embark on a ferry through the Strait of Gibraltar and into Spain. So today's the first leg of the long drive. We've got a 6.25 hour drive, and we're going to split it up in half with a stop at Ait Benadou. And we underestimated the gravity of the Atlas Mountains. They are monstrous. So we've been winding back and forth. Luckily the roads aren't too busy, so we're having a smooth cruise. We got this morning our luggage brought over to our parking, which yesterday parking was an adventure in and of itself. And tonight we'll be staying at the Daddy's Gorge. We've got a hotel there for 2 hours, which feels
Two
really...
nights.
2 nights. Did I say 2 days?
You said 2 hours.
2 hours. 2 nights, which is kind of nice. We'll need to rest. My tummy needs to lie down a bit. Ait Benadou is a sar, or fortified village, along the former caravan route between the Sahara and Marrakesh. Inhabited currently by only a few Berber families, it's a great example of earthen clay architecture, which earned it a UNESCO site designation and backdrop to many famous productions such as Game of Thrones and Gladiator, the sequel of which is being sought there this summer.
We had a tour to help us figure out the way to the top, and it was a really pretty view from the top. Then we continued our drive, and we finally made it here to the Daddy's Gorge, and we are now in our hotel, and this is the view. This is a tour. Here's the balcony. If you come in, here is the bedroom. The main bed and me and Maya's bed, and then bathroom with a cool shower.
Today we just finished a really awesome hike. Our tour was perfect because we started in the Berber village, and the old part of the Berber village, and then we saw the new part of the Berber village. We are in the Daddy's Gorge, which is part of Morocco's Grand Canyon. It's just a giant gorge. It's very similar to Utah, Zion, the red rocks. It's beautiful. Then you hike through the gorge and through like the narrows, and do some little rock climbing bits.
Whoa, okay. I have to keep an eye on my feet. This is like the narrows. We're hiking up a creek bed. Luckily it had rained recently. Oh, and I think we're coming out of it. Okay, check that out.
Each one has two channels. And then we saw some Berber caves where the nomadic Berbers will still live from time to time when they move their herds. And then we saw the riverbed that's completely dry now, but for 3 to 4 days a year, it's just a raging river. It's hard to imagine, but it was all beautiful, and we hiked for about 3-4 hours. It's great.
The next morning, we checked out of Chez Pierre and loaded up on the drive to the next gorge over, Tangier. It's at the center of one of the most attractive oases in southern Morocco. The predominant ethnic group is the Amazighs, which is the contemporary self-name of the Berber people. They're a diverse ethnic group indigenous to North Africa who predate the arrival of Arabs during the 1,000 years of the Arab migration to the Maghreb, or North Africa, between the 7th and 17th century. They now make up about a third of the Moroccan population. Wadi Todga, which is the river that runs through it, has a difficult passage along the southern slopes of the Atlas Mountains, carving out a spectacular Todra Gorge, which we'll show later. It then flows across the plain, meandering slightly over 20 kilometers to Firkla. The palm oases, dense and widespread, are irrigated by a network of pipes and irrigation canals. Our tour guide, Mohammed, lives in the valley and showed us around.
Where you grind it up and that's how you make bread.
Sahara dunes in the foreground was heart-stopping. We had to drive a sketchy couple miles off-road in the desert to transfer to a 4x4, which drove us the rest of the way to the campgrounds in the middle of nowhere, about 20 miles away from the Algerian border.
We've run into the sea. Dreaming you're still here. So many days without you. Still living with this fear. Run into the sea. Morning sun and all. How many times you loved her. Still so far apart.
I am your local weather reporter here today in the Sahara Desert. It's really windy. We drove away from the sandy Saharan Desert. It was a 6-hour drive. It was super long. Our first stop was at the Valley of Ziz. Then I started feeling carsick, so I took a stop midway to Medelt. Then we continued the drive and went to Medelt. We had a good lunch.
Cheers.
Then we drove the rest of the way all the way to here. We just bought like a bunch of cherries for $1.50. Whole bag. Then we went swimming and we showered, and now we're going to dinner.
Good morning. We are having breakfast at the hotel. We woke up, my parents woke up and they took a jog while Noah and me kind of slept in a bit more. Then we came out here for breakfast when we all woke up, and now we're eating, and then we'll be able to go to the ropes course, and we're gonna go a bit early because it might rain in the afternoon. It says it's supposed to rain at 2, so we're gonna try to go to the ropes course a bit early.
After the ropes course, we stopped to feed the monkeys. There was one monkey who had a baby and kept taking all the cherries. They were all super cute.
After we do that, I think we just start our drive to Fez, and it'll be really nice. A nice drive.
through the mountains. So this is where we're staying in Fez. It's spectacular. It's one of the, it's a dar as opposed to a riad, which means it just doesn't have a fountain in the center. But this would have been one of the homes of the wealthy, and they have turned the most of the dars and riads into guest houses. So we have this penthouse suite, and it's beautiful. This is where the girls are staying. And our bathroom is our own mini hammam.
We met Syed the day before, where he helped us out at the parking lot. We exchanged numbers and booked him for a full day tour through Fez. The Medina was bustling with artisans of all kinds hard at work. Fez is the second largest city in Morocco, with a population of 1.2 million, and is commonly referred to as the country's cultural capital. The Medina, or old part of the city, is a motorless labyrinth of walkways and markets. The highlight was another UNESCO site, the old Chouara Tannery, which is continually operating in the same fashion as it did in the early centuries. The place punched our nostrils, so to cover the smell of decomposing skins and pigeon poop used to soften the leather, we used mint leaves as gas masks. Syed helped Maya and Noah feed the stray kittens and their mama. Then we helped Maya and Noah with their food.
We left the Medina and drove around Fez, stopping at viewpoints and then a ceramic cooperative, where they make various pottery and tile work.
Oh boy, so we took a tour that started at 10 o'clock this morning and now it's 6 o'clock in the evening, and we walked all over Fez, all over the old Medina and the Jewish quarters, and also all the different gates and some mosques and all the different artisan features that Fez has to offer. 15,000 steps. A little tired, a little sweaty, and ready to just relax now.
We're at a Roman city, and it's really beautiful with the mosaic. The city is called Volupolis, and basically the Romans conquered some of the area in Morocco because, you know, they tried conquering a lot of the world, so they managed to get over to Morocco and they built this city. And
there are sections of the town made for specific people. So like there can be a little section to sell bakeries or to sell pastries, so a bakery. And then there's bathing houses for the public, and then there's a whole area for the emperor who lives there. And yeah, it's really pretty. It's on top of a hill, so it's really nice to see a view.
We added another city tour on the way back from Volubilis. Meknes was the capital of Morocco prior to being moved to Rabat after its independence from France. We walked through its souk and ended at a tomb of a sultan from the 17th century.
We are making mint tea.
سلام عليكم ردوا السلام هلا مرحبا عزروا فلان سلام عليكم ردوا السلام I'm not alone but baby يا ربيع beauty يا مزيغية my love story come to my area close to my body.
Noah gave her new friend Yosef a special goodbye. We really connected with him over our 3 nights in Fez. Then it was time to hit the road to Chefchaouen. We cut the 3-hour drive with a stop for lunch and a pool break at Hotel Rick.
Chefchaouen, also known as the Blue City, which will soon be apparent, was founded as a military outpost shortly before the Spanish Reconquista of Granada, and its population grew quickly with Muslim and Jewish immigrants fleeing from Spain.
Morning, Sarah.
Morning. We had a lazy, rainy day today. We started off kind of exploring the city of Chefchaouen. We split up. We sent the girls off with some change in their pockets to go chasing cats and finding souvenirs.
So, me and Maya met this cat named Pierre, and he lives on a windowsill outside, and we're going to go find him. We found Pierre in the morning today, and he just crawled on our lap. Come on, Pierre.
Then we walked over to the Ras Al Mar spring, where the natural spring starts from the mountain, and it's kind of a little green belt. So we hung out there and had lunch and waited out a little rainstorm, and came back and rested in the riad for a little while, a few hours. Then headed back out after the rain cleared up and went to the Kasbah in the center of town.
What?
And climbed up to the top of the tower and got some amazing views at the top of the tower there.
What?
a little while we're going to walk up to the Spanish Mosque. It's supposed to have the best sunset views, but it's very cloudy today and overcast, might even rain again. So we'll at least get amazing views, if not a sunset, before we head to dinner.
Two weeks basically of travel. We made it into Tangier today. We woke up in the morning and then drove that last leg, which took about 2.25 hours. Dropped off the car, booked into our hotel in Continental, grabbed lunch on the promenade here, and then I guess killed some time at the hotel with Wi-Fi.
This is our last time walking in a Medina in Morocco.
We went for dinner at the Medina, which is a little bit more happening. Okay, we just finished a beer at what felt like a speakeasy in Morocco. It's not as commonplace to drink alcohol here, but that's the end of the trip.
It's been a whirlwind 2 weeks and kind of ready to relax, be in Portugal. And
It's a 1-hour boat ride. We got to wake up in the morning, grab breakfast, head to the port, which is walking distance over there somewhere. The boat leaves at 10 a.m. We'll cross the Gibraltar Strait and into Europe to start the next leg.
I wanna take you somewhere, you know I care, but it's so cold and I don't know where. I brought you daffodils on a pretty string, but they won't flower like they did last spring. And I wanna kiss you, make you feel alright. I'm just so tired to share my